What toxic lie can survive 14 years? The kind where a woman insists your husband fathered her child, even though he was deployed overseas the month she got pregnant. My husband's name is Reed Lawson. For 14 years, a woman named Marla Bennett claimed her daughter, Nora, was his. The math never worked. Reed was stationed in Kuwait for 9 straight weeks. Marla announced she was 5 weeks pregnant 3 days after he got back. Even I can count backwards. But she refused a DNA test every single time he asked. Said it was insulting, said it meant he didn't trust her. Instead, she told everyone he was a coward who abandoned his child. And people believed her. For years, it came in waves. A Facebook post tagging him as absent father. A photo of Nora captioned, "Still waiting for daddy." Random emails demanding support. Every 2 years, like clockwork, she'd show up somewhere public. A grocery store, a school event, a park, holding Nora's hand, letting strangers connect dots. Reed filed restraining orders, 7 of them. Each one expired after 2 years. Each time she waited patiently for the clock to reset, like a subscription renewing. Then we got married. I knew everything before I said yes. I married him anyway. We built a quiet life. A small house in Boise, a son named Theo, and for a while, the chaos stayed distant until the science fair. Theo was 9, proud of his volcano project. I was holding poster board when I heard a voice behind me. "Hi, I'm your big sister." I turned, 13-year-old Nora standing there, no Marla in sight. She was talking directly to my son. Theo looked confused and scared, then ran straight to his teacher. The room shifted. Parents stared. Whispers started. I watched my husband's face drain of color. He didn't yell. He didn't argue. He just looked exhausted. After that night, something changed legally. CPS got involved. A court-appointed guardian stepped in. And for the first time in 14 years, the judge ordered a DNA test. No more delays. No more refusals. I'll never forget the courtroom. Marla gripping the table. Reed steady beside me. The swabs taken in silence. And the waiting. 4 weeks later, the results came in. Not the reveal you expect. Not a dramatic ass. Just paperwork. Probability of paternity. 0%. Absolute exclusion. The judge read it aloud. The air felt lighter. I thought that would be the end, but it wasn't. Because the real twist came after. 2 weeks later, Marla agreed to family therapy. Not for us. For Nora. And in that room, something cracked. The therapist asked her one simple question. "When did you first suspect he wasn't the father?" Marla didn't cry. She didn't hesitate. She said, "The day I told him I was pregnant." The room went silent. 14 years. 14 years of public accusations, of restraining orders, of labeling him deadbeat. And she knew. She knew the whole time. The therapist pressed gently. "Then why continue?" Marla looked down at her hands. "Because he was stable," she said quietly. "He had a job, insurance, a house. There it was. Not confusion. Not heartbreak. Strategy." She needed a father figure on paper. And Reed fit the form. She built a narrative and wrote it. For 14 years. The therapist asked if she'd ever told Nora the truth. She shook her head. No. That was the real damage. Not the court filings. Not the gossip. The child. A girl raised to believe a man rejected her. When the truth was her mother chose the lie. After the session, Reed sat in the car for a long time. He didn't celebrate. He didn't gloat. He just exhaled. "I always wondered if I was crazy," he said. "You weren't," I told him. The legal harassment ended. The order stopped. Marla withdrew the old claims quietly. No apology post. No public correction. Just silence. Nora doesn't come around anymore. I hope she finds peace. Theo knows the truth now. We explained it carefully, gently, that sometimes adults lie for reasons that have nothing to do with children. 14 years is a long time to carry a false accusation. But the strangest part? It wasn't the DNA test that ended it. It was her confession. Because sometimes the boldest move isn't demanding proof. It's waiting long enough for the lie to collapse under its own weight.